I'm Mir.
I'm Sophie.
Hi guys. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Are you doing? Hey, you gotta let them respond. They gotta say something. How y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. You mean? Guys, today we are reacting to Season 1, Episode 8, House of the Dragon.
The Lord of the Tide. Like, I already seen the little description. It says it's already saying 6 years later. Like, dang,
Yeah.
like
It's jumping really fast.
It's jumping really fast. So you can just see the beef.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say especially for the kids.
And y'all know where we stand.
Yeah.
We're team Rhaenyra. I was trying to rhyme it, but we're team Rhaenyra, okay? We're not team Green. Without further ado, guys, hope you like the reaction. Smash that like button right now. Break your screen if you got this far into the intro. Subscribe to join us on our journey with Mir and Sophie on the road to 15,000 subscribers. And if we're already at that and you're watching this in the future, 50,000 subscribers.
And guys, don't forget to look in our description to our Patreon for a week early access for full-length movie and shows. And let's get right into it.
I must know. Will he live?
He led his sailors into an ambush, the ship made to look as if it were abandoned. In the fighting, his neck was slashed by a courser's dagger.
Who's he talking about?
No, not Corlys.
Much blood was lost, but the greater concern is the fever that followed. Ship's maester said, he burns from within.
Dang, this is actually...
You are kidding me, right?
Yo, dang, that's crazy. They're just killing them off.
We may greet his ship to find him gone. And who will take the Driftwood throne?
My grandmother seems quite comfortable here.
She presides only in the absence of her husband.
That's what he's worried about, though? Like, dang, at least be sad for a little bit.
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
But it's not a king who sits the Iron Throne these days, good sister. It's a queen.
What is he trying to say?
I mean,
that Alicent is doing the work and...
I mean, basically.
And Viserys is basically weak and not able to do anything. I see his point. But dang, like, bro... Now Rhaenys got to watch
what you mean? Everybody is always talking about who's gonna be the next person in power once they see whoever's in power is dying or something tragic like that happens. So I'm not saying he's not necessarily wrong because they was doing the same thing to Viserys. He wasn't even dead. He wasn't even dead yet, and they're already you know, doing all these things for the next heir. So I don't think he's wrong.
No, I didn't say he's wrong. I was like, dang.
Because she said grandmother. I almost said a dinosaur's egg. I almost did, but yeah. I really did. I almost
I guess this is where they hatch.
She believes we had her son killed so that we might marry.
Yes. And yet she's taken Baelor to ward.
Yes, it's Laena's memory she honors. She has no love for us.
Wow, so it does look like that didn't work out as well as we thought.
Yeah, I guess the plan didn't really work out as much as we thought.
I mean, they already assumed that was going to happen, though. I knew it.
To King's Landing, then?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I thought it would have already been born.
Yeah.
But
of course they have a kid.
I mean, they literally said so it can. But how is that really going to play a role? Because I mean, that child's gonna come out with white hair.
That child gonna be Targaryen,
right?
Thank you for that exhaustive accounting, Lord Beesbury. I remind you.
Where her dad at?
Yo, where Viserys at? See, look, this is what Otto wanted.
A matter has arisen that requires your attention.
Whatever it is, Sir Eric, you need to wait.
I'm Eric, Your Grace.
Of course. My apologies, sir.
It's about the prince.
Who is that?
Dog.
Like, what is going on?
These time jumps is crazy.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, was that supposed to be a replacement of Sir Criston Cole? It better not have been.
I don't know, but
or just a random name.
But Alicent probably, you know, she definitely dealing with a lot because she barely even remember who he was. That was funny.
That's actually really sad.
Gosh. Oh, man.
Dang, I don't even think he can talk.
Yeah.
He lasted really long, though.
It's been said that, you know, Viserys' health condition is a symbolism of how he dealt with the realm as being king, you know? Yeah, he was king for a while, but it didn't rise.
See to all that business now.
No, brother, listen to me. You are to affirm your position for Lucerys.
Right.
To be Corlys Velaryon's successor.
I mean, he not lying, though.
Yeah, because he don't want Alicent auto-choosing.
Yeah.
Right, that's the point.
This is Aegon.
Aegon.
And this is Viserys.
I almost want to pause this.
Yeah,
because what do you mean? How many babies did you and Daemon have?
Fit for a king.
Her and Daemon was going crazy. Because I think they had 3.
I was thinking how much time they're going to name someone Aegon in Viserys.
I asked him to stop, Your Grace. Truly, you must believe me.
That's ridiculous. And it was most likely Aegon too. He is a
Bro,
piece
it's
of
too many.
crap. Yeah, I was about to say. First of all, it's too many Aegon.
It's too many Aegons because I forgot his name Aegon too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So wait, I'm pretty sure it was Aegon, right? Not Aemon, because remember she has 2 kids.
Yeah. I'm assuming it was Aegon too.
They might think you're trying to besmirch the prince, or worse, that you're the sort of girl that might have enticed him in the first place. And you know what happens to girls like that.
Exactly, like I was saying.
I wouldn't dream of anything another word to anyone.
Alicent is different now, I'm telling you. Especially when with her dad said, I've never seen that side of you. I'm telling you, she changed.
She definitely changed. But she still does it in a political way. It's funny.
Man, it's ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous because she's like, that was kind of crazy what happened to her.
Now, how you going to deal with your son? How about that? Is that the plan T?
Yeah, that's the plan T.
It's best to be certain.
Because knowing Alicent, you can't have nobody around who knows anything. Listen, I think it's poison.
It might be, you're right. It might be poison. Oh my gosh, look at her face trembling. It might be poison.
How can you keep carrying on like this, especially on a day like today?
Why? What is it today?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, he deserves that. And he has a wife?
That's what I just said. Like, what?
His sister. His sister is his wife.
You are no son of mine.
Oh.
You know, I was about to say, it might sound crazy, but I said, but maybe they just need to... They need to get... Well, he's not going to be king anyway, so...
Which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That would be mine. And the hands. But be assured the father is just and commands me to forget the accusations you have held in this room today.
Girl, bye.
You know what side we on. That whole little shotty situation, throwing shots back and forth. Like, I know Alicent, you know, is not the main one. I think it was really Otto, but, you know, she's turned into her dad in a sense.
Yeah. That's their cousin.
Oh, Aemon got good.
Or whoever he is.
Ooh, Aemon got good.
Yeah.
He being Sir Christian Cole.
He got really hype.
Well done, my prince. You win in tourneys in no time.
I don't give a shit about tourneys. Nephews? Have you come to train?
They said nephews. Who's he talking to?
That's his nephews? I thought that was...
I don't know.
Maybe you're right. I thought
his
that was
his dad. Wait, no. His dad, daughter, sons. No, his dad's daughter, sons. Yeah, I don't know.
We must, of course, act in the interest of our subjects.
The next Lord of the Tides will be deeply in your debt, Your Grace. As will Driftmark, in all its strength.
Well, he clearly wants to be the Lord of Tides, but I think they thinking long term.
Alicent definitely was getting convinced. I thought she would probably be more on the side of them, but she seemed like she's being tugged in that little conversation.
Whether you'd speak for or against the suit brought by Sir Vaemond, but then I realized you intend to advocate for yourself.
Yes, I don't mind that.
I loved your son. I did not order his death, nor was I complicit in it. I swear this to you.
Another lie, Rhaenyra. Come on, girl.
It's a lie, but then again, not a lie, because he's not even dead.
She didn't say, oh, I didn't kill him. She said, I didn't order it. She did order it. Technically, she ordered the fake death.
She didn't order it. She just...
You can bargain with me all you like. Bring my granddaughter with you to soften my resolve. But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow, and I must stand alone.
So, wow, okay, Rhaenys, I thought you would be more on her side. And I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of seem a little desperate because she sees that she's definitely at a disadvantage. So she's trying to at least ask for help for her and like, well, okay, let's marry your grandchildren and my children, you know, together.
Right.
So we can form something. But it seemed like Rhaenys is like, whatever. She don't even care, which is surprising to me. I thought that was a little surprising.
No. The whole Laenor situation, why would she do that?
I guess she still has hate for that. You're right.
I mean, why wouldn't she?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. That another mistake Rhaenyra did, guys. For political reasons.
Like getting with like doing that to get with Daemon?
Yeah.
You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. But in naming me heir, you divided the realm.
Y'all, that one quote is literally an example of Viserys' whole ruling.
But then again, she wanted it too, so like...
A part of her wanted it, but okay, just because that's what your rebellious daughter wants, that don't kind of know what she don't want, that don't mean you just pick her.
But you was also saying too, like, he should just pick her.
What?
You was saying that he should have never did that. If he ended up having a daughter, he should have just picked her. That's what you was saying.
I said he should have married Corlys into Corlys's family.
Oh, yeah, they would have already.
That's what I was emphasizing on. He married Alicent. He was supposed to marry Laena.
Okay, yeah.
I thought I wanted it.
Wait, and that's a line for her being a kid, being like...
But I said that too. I said that. I said she wanted it, and then now she had it, and then she don't know how to go about it. I literally said that.
If you wish me to bear it, then defend me. And my children.
He can barely talk. That's the crazy thing. And it's really late. Like, he's closer to, like... He really can't really do anything at this point anymore. Like, barely. That's really the issue. And it was gone for 6 years.
Listen, bro. He's too busy having a vision of a good father, good person. You can't be both.
The whole of my family are gathered at the Red Keep. I want us to dine together.
So what you think he gonna say?
I mean, he's probably going to re-emphasize that Rhaenyra is heir to the throne. But at the same time, too, Rhaenyra messed up her own alliances. She was married to Laenor. You know? She already would have had their side in her becoming heir. But because they did that whole plot thing because of what happened with Alicent, that's what really messed it up. She was still in a good position. She was married to Laenor. Oh my gosh. That is like so messed up.
As Hand, I speak with the king's voice on this and all other matters.
And he gonna have the audacity to sit on it?
What you mean? Ned did that when Robert was gone. I was just joking around. He's the hand. That's his job. But it's just like it's symbolism.
Yeah.
What do you know of Valyrian blood, princess? I could cut my veins and show it to you, and you still wouldn't recognize it. This is about the future and survival of my house, not yours.
And he right. I'm not gonna lie.
He's right. He's right.
I will start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this very...
Oh my goodness,
King
bro.
Viserys of House Targaryen, the first of his name, King of the Andals.
You know what? I'm kind of happy though. This is supposed to be a hype scene
Yeah.
because he needs to be sitting there. Yes, not
Yeah.
Otto. Get out of there, boy.
Yeah, they didn't expect that. Look at
Get
that.
out of there. Yeah, Viserys. Yes, yes.
Right,
yes.
he's about to
go up there. Yes, and name Rhaenyra's kids. It don't matter if technically they're not Valyrian. Don't matter. Names is what carry on,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that what your brother said, idiot?
Yeah.
Everybody talking about, oh, Team Anderson. No, like, no, bro.
Look at this.
The Targaryens rule. Why is everybody trying to go against them? The past king, they ruled peacefully. What's wrong with the Targaryen? Why everybody want to go after them so bad? Like, no, get out of
Because
here.
they got the House of the Dragons.
Get out of here. Get out of here, bro.
I wish during this time they had like wheelchairs to help him.
Sorry for my little rant, guys, but y'all know who I side with, okay?
Listen, they mad back then in the day. Why would he not be on the side of his own blood? Alicent, Otto, y'all are the last.
It's not even that
result.
it's not even that they mad. They right on certain parts. They're right. It's just
That's
they
how it
doing it
matters.
out of right. They're doing it out of like, oh, like we know we're right, so we're gonna make sure it don't happen.
I will sit the throne today.
Your Grace.
Yes.
Yeah, he clearly was salty though.
Yes, come on, Viserys. Do some more good before you pass, man. We know you're a good person. Show them you can be a good king. Show them. This is a powerful scene, bro. This is actually more powerful than you think it is.
Dang, not his crown.
Wow, and then his crown falling off while he going up the steps. Yo, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's like symbolism.
I know
Crown
that.
falling off, bro. That's crazy.
That's kind of like this house falls. I don't know. It
Yeah,
can
it
mean
can mean
his
the
or
house
his
falling.
reign is gone.
Or his reign is over now. Like this the last thing that he does.
Yeah.
Oh man, this could be crazy if he died right here. This season was good. And it's not even over.
Yeah.
This was good. I'm not gonna lie. I like how they did this. Even though it jumped through time, this was good.
The only one present who might offer keener insight into Lord Corlys's wishes is the Princess Rhaenys.
This is so good, man.
Right. Let's see what she gonna say. I don't think she gonna do anything bad.
Hopefully.
As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra has just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke to Lord Corlys's granddaughters, Baela and Rhaena. A proposal to which I heartily agree.
But
The matter is settled.
exactly.
Again, I hereby reaffirm the Driftwood's throne and the next Lord of the Tides.
He mad. Listen.
Listen. What's your name?
He's right. She's
Daemon?
doing what her husband last said, and that was stuff. Yeah.
Right.
That is no true Valarian. And certainly no nephew of mine.
Go to your chambers, you have said enough.
He got the last name though.
I will not see it ended on the account of this.
Oh, say it. Say it.
Her children are bastards!
Dang. Yeah. What did he say last time?
Is a whore.
Oh!
He about to die. Because remember what he said last time? Whoever says it, yeah.
Will have your tongue for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, he's gone. I literally said
He
that.
can keep his tongue.
Disarm him!
Many.
Yep.
Like that though? Oh my gosh, like that? I thought like, bro.
Remember Viserys said next time.
Yes, but I think Daemon was gonna slice his head in half.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, but well.
Yo, Daemon is crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, that was yo, He did not need to chop his face off like that. Oh my.
Did he? Never mind, because that was insane.
I'm surprised. I just realized I'm surprised you didn't have much of a reaction.
That was crazy, but it was just so fast. Like because I'm thinking Viserys about to cut his tongue or something.
Oh my gosh.
Let us toast as well, Prince Lucerys.
Oh,
the future Lord of the Tides.
You'll be great.
All right, Viserys. You don't gotta stress yourself too much.
You know what? Listen, y'all. I talk a lot about Viserys, but it's because I like him and I want him to succeed. You know? I think out of everybody, I kind of relate to Viserys the most.
You relate to him?
Yeah. I'll explain later. That's not his own child, though, right?
I know, but it's... Oh my goodness.
I wish you to see me as I am. Not just a king, but your father. But set aside your grievances, if not for the sake of the crown, and for the sake of this old man.
Bro. This is crazy right now. Because all along, like, I've been wanting him to do so right, but Viserys, he's been trying his best this whole time. And I haven't realized it. He's been trying to be the best king and family member.
And it's really hard to do that.
Right, which is nothing wrong with that. And that's hard. That's why that's just happening. Dang, that's crazy, bro. I was so hard on him.
I raise my cup to you and to your house.
I like this.
Yeah.
You will make a fine queen.
Yeah, see, that's the old Alicent coming back, by the way. Because Alicent and Rhaenyra, they was like this.
Right.
Like, I don't know what happened, y'all. Y'all dividing each other, making me and Sophie question who we like. Don't do that. Like, we knew Alicent, you know what I'm saying? We know who she is. I feel like it's really Otto, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
I like this, though. It kind of just shows, like, overall in family how... Hold on.
But if you ever wish to know what it is to be well satisfied, all you have to do is ask.
Yeah, he is drawing.
Yeah, he is.
He is drawing, I'm not gonna lie. And Otto was smiling, so maybe he don't dislike it too much.
No, he's smiling because he's like, this is some BS.
Otto's a complex character.
To Prince Aegon and Prince Aemond. We have not seen each other in years, but I have fond memories of our shared youth.
That's not gonna work out, by the way, y'all.
I feel like because the other one is more,
yo,
you know?
I'm just letting y'all know now. Viserys, he's the last sign of anywhere near a good king.
Yeah, peace.
Huh?
I said he was like the last sign of peace, of actually wanting peace.
Yeah. See, you see Otto? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I feel like Otto, he don't mind it.
Listen, I don't know.
I feel like the problem isn't with the older people now. I think Otto, he's like come to terms with it. I think it's the younger people we're gonna start seeing.
Yeah, I was about to say
and mostly
maybe.
Alicent and Viserys kids.
And look at him, he's probably so happy right now. Like, wow.
Oh man,
the happiest he's seen everybody all together.
Oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying.
You know, it just kind of gave me a family therapy. Wow. That was really nice.
See, it's gonna be even more sad when he dies now.
I know.
Dang, bro.
This is making me sad.
It is. Why is this making me sad so much? It's probably because, dang, it is making me sad.
It's like when you really just think about like what be happening when you start when you have a feminine power comes into question. Like, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Final tribute. To the health of my nephews. Jace.
Oh, that's Jace.
Okay,
Luke.
Okay, that's Luke.
And Joffrey.
Oh, that was Luke staring at Aemond.
Strong.
Aemond.
Come.
I get it. Strong.
Yeah.
Do you not think yourself strong?
Jace!
Babe.
Yeah. Control your anger.
I thought you was happy you lost an eye. It seemed like he's mad about it.
No, I think it's about seeking his self-purpose.
Let me see the children home. I'll, return on Dragonback.
The king and I would both like that.
That seemed sincere.
It seems sincere. It's
I want to
just
see what
dragging back though while she's I don't know. The children definitely need some therapy. Because the adults, they dealt with all their problems. Yeah. It seemed like.
But that's what happens when adults don't deal with their problems and their kids see it.
Good point.
Carries on.
The prince.
Prince Aegon.
To unite the realm. It is you. You are the one.
No, it's not.
Do what?
No, it's not. I thought that was Jon Snow.
But do what?
Well, we know from watching stuff like this, dreams and seeing the future can sometimes be misleading.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't particularly believe that it's Alicent, but I could be wrong.
Right, because from what we know, the reason why it's called Fire, the Song of Ice and Fire, is because of the Starks, because they're from the north. No more. The last thing he says, no more, my love.
He could be talking about Emma, his love.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
Which proves y'all, this discussion about to be crazy. I want to make an apology because I feel as though since season 1, I definitely had a lot of ignorance towards Viserys. At the start of season 1, and basically like almost halfway through, all the way up until like a couple episodes ago, I really started to see who he really was. And by that, even though I said he's a good person, not a good king, I think I was too blinded by that separation that I didn't realize he was trying to do. Yeah, I didn't realize he was trying to do both. Right. I didn't realize. I thought he was trying to be more of a good person, and he was like throwing away the fact of being king. Even though it seemed like that, I think he was trying his best because that's who he was. At the end of the day, he did not only care about the Targaryen bloodline as he showed, he cared about everybody around him. He wanted people to have the best decision. And in my opinion, whenever he passes, I don't know if it was this episode, he, like you said, he is the last symbolism sign of peace of the Targaryen line. Because as we saw with them kids, I think it's over. And what we obviously know from Game of Thrones, I think after Viserys, y'all, that was a really nice introduction to House of Dragons. Even though the season's not over yet, it's just like it's near the end now. Yeah. And I'm just saying, based on king wise, he was the last sign of peace and goodness and like tryingness, you know.
I agree, because I feel like when you really think about it, when you're thinking about monarchies and stuff like that, families do have to have a good relationship to keep everything in power moving forward. So him like the way he responded to everything within his family and everything, even though he was a king, it all makes sense at the end of the day, because it's like, well, yeah, of course the House Valyrian matter, of course House Targaryen matter, and so forth and so forth. And he kept telling them how they need to keep the family strong because that's what's in power. If you start beefing with family and that's what's in power, who do you have else to back you? That creates more division and that creates more issues and everything. So I feel like I feel like he was definitely right, and that's probably why he wasn't really that hard on Daemon, because it's like, yeah, he's messing up, but that's still my brother, you know? Even though he's getting on my nerves, I'm not just gonna get rid of him or something like that. I'll let him rule something somewhere else, you know? I'm gonna still tell him he has to marry this and this, because we're still trying to keep our family bloodline strong. And a lot of people is overseeing that for their power, and I really understand why. When he mentioned there should be no reason why people should question if Rhaenyra become heir, regardless of what traditions say, because if they're family and that's what he wanted, then they should respect that. There should be no discussion within the realm like, well, that's not what matters. So it was really nice seeing that, and honestly too, just realizing when, you know, when adults deal with certain issues, it does affect the kids. And just like what you said, like, true. I feel like when it comes to the adults, like seeing Daemon, Rhaenyra, Alicent, you know, I guess even Otto, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit 50-50, because a part of me feel like he might enable his grandkids to continue do what they do. I don't feel like he's going to let go of that easy. So I feel like Alicent, you see some of her innocence, but then she can go the other way. But overall, it was still like really nice seeing all of that come together, and like really seeing Viserys too. Is like you realize that he didn't let his power like change him. Like, I don't know. Like when you think about like Game of Thrones, right? Like the way what's his face? Cersei's dad was.
Tywin.
Yeah, Tywin. The way he was with his kids and everything, even though he said, like, I'm doing what's best for my house, I don't care about how you feel. I think for Viserys, he did both, but he doesn't want separation.
Yes, that is the key. Because what you mentioned about Daemon is so important about separating. And I feel like what the show was trying to express was that, like, hey, everybody makes mistakes with Viserys, because in the beginning I thought he was gonna be a king where it's like, okay, he's such this good person that he's blinded by everything around him, making all these bad mistakes. And I think they kind of portray that in the beginning, but once it started getting towards the middle, you saw he was chilly, you know, he was trying, and then you look back to what he was doing, like, okay, he kind of was trying too, by not like killing Daemon or something like that and just sending him away, by trying to, instead of going the political route, being like, oh yeah, Rhaenyra, I'll make you queen if that's what you want, you know, stuff like that. And stuff like that, like Sophie said, goes a long way, family wise,
right? Because you wouldn't want your family betraying you.
Exactly. That's the last thing Viserys wanted. That's why he was. Why do you think he was so like, oh, forget about it? It don't matter if they're strong sons. Forget about it. It's cool. As long as we stay compact. And honestly, the way I was looking at it, I was so hard on him, like, Viserys, you gotta care more. But I didn't realize how much he did care. He did truly care, but I didn't realize what it was for.
Honestly, even seeing like the way, like at the end of the day, like Daemon always have his back, despite like their
Daemon always got his back.
Despite like their rocky relationship, like they will never backstab each other. And I think that's what matters the most. Like, you know, family is never perfect. No relationship is ever perfect. But it really also, it all the way comes down to the loyalty part and knowing like the greater matter. So
and I just peeped what Rhaenys did. She agreed.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it was about that though. Corlys, he did say that, and it would be selfish for her to go about it her way simply because of the way she feels. That's not how you do things.
No, I'm saying the fact that she agreed to the deal that Rhaenyra made.
No, it's not that she agreed. That's what she was going to do regardless, because that's what her and her husband agreed on. That was already
okay. So you think that whole plan was for Viserys coming in? That was her, because if Viserys didn't come in, I don't think that was going to happen.
I don't know if she was ever going to be able to talk. I'm saying that I don't think she changed up simply because Viserys came in. I think overall, I think Rhaenys, she's not, like, I think from her point of view, it's not that, like, she would ever be in power. But
because she said she gave up on that, remember? Right. She don't care about that anymore.
Exactly, but based on her and Corey's last, you know, well, not like their last conversation, but based on what they talked about when it came to that matter, they both had the same mindset on it. They did. And especially, like, in the beginning of the episode, she found out her husband died. So, like I said,
Well,
like...
it's injured. Injured.
Well,
they never said
injured.
died. They said badly wounded.
Well, whatever that sadly happened to him, the point is that she didn't use that opportunity to act out of emotion. She did what him as a lord would do, you know, like respecting her husband's wishes. So, yeah, Rhaenyra bringing that up to her, like I said, I think Rhaenyra only did that because based on everything that happened on with Laenor, she probably felt a little bit of trouble, like, dang, I have to make sure Rhaenys on my side. But the whole time, I feel like she never thought of, like, going against whatever her and Corlys already agreed on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So if anything, you're saying like Rhaenyra was just panicking for no reason.
Yeah. No,
everything was gonna be cool
like,
with Rhaenys in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Which, in my opinion, I like how that went because, like I said last episode, with the whole Daemon and Rhaenyra thing, I don't particularly mind them being together. And the way that what they did with Laenor, they didn't, you know what I'm saying? The fact they didn't kill him and they let him go and free.
It's not like his mom know that.
No.
I'm just saying, like, none of that mattered because it's still portrayed as Laenor is dead. So we can't, like, I know for us as the viewers, we know Laenor's not dead, but like from his parents' point of view. That's what I'm speaking from. But I'm saying, but that's not what mattered because from Rhaenys' point of view, she don't see that. All she knows is that her son is dead. And that the deal was they, you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, listen.
But still, even when they was together, when her sons was first, I think Corlys did go up to Luke and say, like, you'll be a fine fine
but
Lord
that's
King,
kind of what I was stretching for, Sophie. I was saying, yes, I know they feel that way in their perspective, but I was saying, ultimately, I don't think everything was ruined, is what I'm saying, with the whole Laenor going away. Because it's not like Laenor was sent away out of his decision. He wanted to. And even though they think he's dead, they still, Corlys' goal still kind of continues.
The goal was that regardless that even though Rhaenyra's kids ain't really Valyrians, it's just about a name. And Corlys didn't care that they didn't look like that. To him, it was like, well, it don't matter. We still going to have someone with the Valyrian name in the books. That's what mattered.
Right.
So,
that kind of is what matters in the books.
And still, they have Daemon kids. They got pure Valyrian blood, so they cool.
Right.
So.
Right. They got the blood. They got the blood still running around, living, and then he still got the name. You know? And that actually goes into another point I wanted to make about not being perfect and everything. Because you see how everything seems like all over the place, all strong, and he's dead and this and that. But I think that's how it always was, if that makes sense. But in the books, they just made it seem perfect.
Right, because all you see is the name.
Like, all you see is the names. All you see is all you hear is stories. But in reality, that's how life goes.
Well, until you watch Game of Thrones, when we see that Lyanna and Rhaegar did. So, like, I feel like it's one point where it's like, okay, like, history-wise, like, we know, oh, yeah, Valerius, Targaryens, it was always in rule, but there's another portion of really knowing what happened, which is what led on to this. Because, honestly, I feel like the reason why half of these wars even be going on is because of what be happening within the house. You know?
So, what's your point?
I'm saying it be issues that be happening within the house is what be causing all of these bigger issues. Like, okay, think about Corlys' brother. I mean, he wasn't wrong.
So what does that have to do with not being perfect, though? I was saying, what's your point?
Because I'm saying, though, them not being perfect plays a role in why there's these issues in the houses to begin with.
And then how that goes out in the world. And
like how...
like civil war and stuff like that.
I mean, kind of like how, to Corlys' brother, he just want his house to stay alive.
So what you're saying is...
he's not wrong about that, but because of the decisions that are being made within the family, even though the books are saying, yeah, there's a Valyrian, in real life, there isn't. So in that sense, there's an imbalance, and I see why. Like, that's why I said, like, I see why. So what you're saying is
the people aren't the problem. We try to be right, but we can't be perfect. The system is the problem. Ooh.
No, I don't think that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, let me explain.
I was saying, you have a part where it's like, there's the book. So, okay, we have Targaryen's, it don't matter if he wasn't really a Valerian, like, is as long as like he has the name. But then it really comes down to like, well, how much of the true blood is left? You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, a certain species of animals going extinct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that was his brothers. I feel like that was Corley's brothers. Like, that was his strive to really fight his point. Because to him, it's like, it's not just about the name. Like, y'all can say name all I want, but there's no real blood when it comes down to it, you know?
So what I was trying to say is that...
and carry on the name, because there's no more sons. I mean, Laenor is dead. Yeah, we have daughters, but we know daughters don't carry names. Sons do. And I see why he did want that.
But look, though. Exactly the point of him wanting that is based on what? How it's supposed to be, right? The system, right? So you look at Rhaenyra's kids. Their father is Harwin Strong. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? Oh, they're not Valerian, right? But my point in being, I was saying life finds a way. Even in a system like that. So boom, we can even say about women being on the throne. Oh, that's not how it's supposed to be. But life finds a way. Life, if that's what life says, you know, you gotta find a way to... Who knows? What if it was a woman on the throne before? It probably was in a book or something. We wouldn't ever knew because of the name. So they never really made a big deal about it. Or how the whole Targaryens, they marry into each other like sisters and sisters. Or sisters and brothers marry into each other and with the Targaryens. But other families, they don't, right? Because that's how it's supposed to go. You know, the system is a certain way, but we have problems because there's people that's like real political. That's like, oh, this has to be, no, he has to be a Targaryen. He has to be a Targaryen. And then there's other people, which I tend to agree. I'm not gonna lie. Make it work. I feel like you gotta make it work.
No, I don't. If I want to be completely honest, sorry, hold on. If I want to be completely honest, I do feel like I am more on the political side only because I don't like lies. I don't like lies, and I don't like the idea that like anybody can have the name, which kind of creates like a fake... It creates like a fake
saying that, no,
overall
I think you misheard my point. I'm not saying...
You're saying that... No, I get what you're saying. I'm saying for me personally, excuse me, I see why Corley's brother was acting like that. And it's not that he was wrong. He wasn't wrong at all, if I'm going to be completely honest.
No, I'm not saying when I say that's my side that I want things to not be political. I'm saying I'm on the side where I try to be political, but if it just so happens don't work out that way, you got Rhaenyra and Laenor, right? Rhaenyra was like, hey, I get that we got married for this political reason, but I want to do this on the side, and I know you want to do this on the side because we can't. We've tried, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not turning out how it's supposed to be. So they found a way around it. That's what I'm saying I agree with. Because life sometimes just doesn't go all the way the political way.
No, I don't agree. Because I feel like when you're in a political... You have people in these... In the political level... And they can do what they want to make their lives work. And people under them can't... They can't go around that to make their lives work. That's why I said I don't agree with it. So you're saying like
the lower class or something?
Yeah. Like... That's not fair. It's like, well, like to me, it's like, well, if politics can't even live up to their own standards, why are you setting standards for other people? That's BS to me. Because to me, it's like
that's a bigger conversation.
Hear me out.
I was just talking about the top, but you're right.
Because from the beginning, I kept saying this. I said, well, because I even think about it. One of the last things Rhaenyra even said to her dad, like she was like, wow, like I really wanted to be queen, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I can handle it. And that be the problem because she thought she wanted it, but now she's really in it. It's like, dang, I actually rather just live my regular old life. And that's what I mean. I feel like if you in the political, I feel like as a child, I feel like your child has to really know what they're going up against. And you can't, and I feel like in politics, you can't pick and choose when you want to go about it in a political way and when you want to go about it in a personal way. It don't work like that. That's not fair. Okay. And I feel like that reflects overall in the decisions that are being made. And you even seen and you definitely seen that with even with Viserys. He first married Rhaenyra's mom, and he had to deal with those consequences. He married Alicent, now he had to deal with those consequences. It's just the simple fact that I feel like in the political aspect, it's unfair to be like, well, I'm in a political standpoint, but I don't do everything's political because I need to benefit myself too, which is ridiculous.
I feel like that's why I come in, because I feel like there is room to benefit yourself. Forget about what they're saying about, oh, you got to go this way and you got to go the Alicent way and be boring and do this and be
It's not about
you know
that,
what I'm saying?
though.
She was,
There's
though.
a reason. Listen, there's a reason. Look.
She was. She ain't like what
I'm
she was
not
doing.
saying I agree 100% with the political way, but there is a reason why it's set up like that. And I feel like going against it, that's just causing more problems. And it creates an unfair route for everybody else at the end of the day.
Which is true. It does cause unfair routes for other people, but my point was saying stopping that is almost impossible. And that's why you have people like Viserys that does half and half, that I kind of agree with. He was like, oh, family and king. And I feel like, yeah, that did cause a little turmoil, and now it's kind of going to go downhill. But I'm the outlier. I know you can go to political realm and everything can be fine and everything. Your daughters and stuff may not like you and stuff like that. Like Jaehaerys or whatever his name was. Like, he was such a good king and everything went peaceful for a long time. But it's like, I like the 50-50. I like when you know what I'm saying, you have your family being happy a little bit, and then on the side you kind of rule. I just think it's certain things
but if you're
that
ruling
you
the
can
whole kingdom,
alter a little bit.
When you're ruling the whole kingdom, it's not just about the way your family feel. That's my issue. You have to do your duty. Now, overall, yes, I think Viserys is trying overall, but I just feel like I said, it's like, well, people in politics, well, you know, they can get away with it. But like I said, everybody under it, they can't, which, you know, I can't just pick and choose where it's like, this person commit a crime, and there should be a way where they can just go get a better sentence simply because they like. And honestly, that goes into a whole different thing, which I don't want to get into because I want to stay in the show aspect. But like I said, looking at it from the show aspect, picking and choosing with politics, it's still, you know, like I said, everybody has the right for their emotion. It really does, in the moment, it does come down like, well, he's not even a real Valerian. So like, how for right now, it's like, okay, we're going to go about this emotional. But in this issue, we're going to go about this political. Like, when it comes down to marrying, oh, no, we have to make sure you marry because that's the political way. But it's like, oh, well, he's not a real Valerian, but let's not look at it political.
If you think about it, that's how the world works, though. Because what happens when you have... I know we're going out all along, but what happens when you have connections? Oh, you're going a political way? Oh, but I know somebody, though, so I can get it like this. That's kind of
not wrong, though.
That is, because what if it goes against the law? What if you're doing something because you know someone? Oh, I know this cop, so he not go.
Oh, you're saying it like that.
Like, I know this cop. He does the law. But
that is wrong.
I didn't say it's right. I didn't say it's right. I said that's how the world works.
But people abuse
So that's how the House of Dragons world works. Like, and I'm saying I see it for what it is. It's impossible to stop that.
Well, all I'm saying is that what's happening in House of Dragons, you see why there's further problems down the line.
Okay,
so that's true. What I'm going to say.
That's true, because if everybody was perfect and everything did go the right way, maybe
it's not about being perfect, John Mayer. It's about it's about living up. It's about living up to the political standards,
and that's not possible.
When you're a king. I think the whole point of being a king is to carry your name, to make sure your family have power. So you're supposed to look at it in the lens through that. You're not supposed to look at it through a lens of the other way. And that's why overall you have some people who's like, well, you're a great king. And it's like, well, in that aspect, they are a great king because look at all the decisions they made. But then there's other people where it's like, I mean, they wasn't a good king, but look how they dealt with their family. You can't be a king and it's like all that went down in history. I
was saying being perfect, I was saying being perfect is impossible. I was saying being perfect is impossible. That's what I was saying. But yes, the whole political thing, yes, you can be very all political. correct myself. Yes, you can be very all political, and things will go smoother. I will say that, but I was just saying you can do that as a king and make these right decisions and everything. But all I was saying was the chances, because as much as Jaehaerys did that, you know, he still had things like his daughters and family that still you should count into the whole equation that he failed. Because according to the story, Jaehaerys' daughters, all of them basically went down a crazy dumb path or died. That's not good.
Because they didn't listen.
But that's not my point. And what is that? Not political.
But that's because they didn't agree. Impossible. But it's because
that's all I'm just saying.
They didn't listen.
I'm just saying. Look,
there's a lot of morals and ethics that go into it, and that's why overall, you know, a lot of people like to separate family and business. So
yes, guys, look, this episode was very interesting. Alicent and Rhaenyra seem like they're.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it yet, but it seemed like they're cool.
I feel like they're starting over.
I think they're starting over. They're cool. The kids, not so much. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see that in the future. It's probably gonna jump again, but at least we have some insight of what's going on. Daemon and Rhaenyra got how many kids now?
They got like 50,000 kids.
3 kids. There's a lot to catch up. There's a lot to process with the jumps, so just bear with us. You know, I had to go back, I think, like once or twice or something like that. But yeah, I think we touched on mostly everything in the overall story of this episode. So I guess we'll see, you know, if our king is still alive.
No, he's dead.
I guess we'll see.
It said breathing stopped.
Yeah.
So R.I.P. King
Let's see,
Viserys.
if he's not here, R.I.P. Viserys, man. So hope you guys enjoyed our reaction and discussion. And we will see y'all
on the next one.
Perfect.